Well, hello true Mexico friends, this is Paul, an English guy showing you Mexico through my eyes. And today I'm going to be talking about happiness in Mexico. Now, I want to make this video firstly because I'm very happy in Mexico and I see a lot of happiness around me here. And secondly because this year Mexico was ranked the second happiest country on the planet according to a leading British research institute. Now, I know you can shape statistics in any way you want to, but Mexico constantly ranks high on these international happiness reports, which for me is good enough to say Mexico is indeed one of the happiest countries in the world. And yes, Mexico does have its challenges, such as insecurity in parts of the country, and one might think that Mexicans should be unhappy. Wrong. In fact, it's the opposite. And guys, don't take my word for it. The Pope came to Mexico in 2016 and this is what he said.
Questa storia, questa gioia, questa capacità di festa e queste
Yeah, so the Pope can't explain why Mexicans have this amazing ability to be happy, and I'm just a YouTuber foaming on the streets of Mexico City and I definitely can't explain it. But what I can do is give you my thoughts about why I think Mexicans are some of the happiest people in the world. And the first reason why I believe Mexicans are happy is the sun. Yes, Mexico has one of the best climates on this planet in terms of warmth and sunlight. And it has been scientifically proven that people are happier with sun because of things like vitamin D. And of course, people around the world escape to the sun to go on holiday, to recharge their batteries and feel better. And for me, when I first came to Mexico, I was absolutely overdosing on happiness just because of the sun. And warm weather is, absolutely fantastic. It does things like break down walls. It gets people together outside doing activities, if it's, going for a walk or eating al fresco somewhere. And I absolutely love being outside here in Mexico, especially on the streets. There's just so much going on, a lot of activity, and you can really feel the vibrancy of life. And this vibrant street culture is of course made possible because of the sun. And does feeling the vibrancy of life contribute to a feeling of happiness? For me, I think it does. And next up is religion and faith. Now, I'm not religious, but I am a happy chappy. But lots of academic papers do show that religious people are generally happier people. So, how does this work in Mexico? Well, Mexico is a highly religious country and many people here have a strong faith. And in my opinion, so many people around the world by default just worry. They solve one problem, but it doesn't matter. They will just find something else to worry about, causing stress, which definitely does not make them happy. And in fact, worrying about anything is useless. It doesn't solve the problem, and it's just a state of mind which actually can be controlled. And I'll give you an example of how this faith makes people happy in Mexico. Now, in Mexico, in my experience, generally, if a Mexican person has a problem, they are very good at having an attitude that a problem will be fixed. There is no point sweating about it. They have faith, often in God, that all will be okay. And in fact, in terms of mental health, this is absolutely genius because by cultural default, Mexicans are naturally managing their state of mind to be positive in this case, And of course, a positive state of mind often makes for a happier person. And next up is food. There is no doubt that good quality food makes people happy, and Mexico is off the charts for providing people with food happiness. And why is this? Well, firstly, Mexico has world-class cuisine which is completely accessible to absolutely everyone in society. And I remember watching a Mexican prison documentary on YouTube, and in the comments people around the world were saying, I'm not in prison, I'm a free man, but I wish I had food like that where I am. They just couldn't believe it. And secondly, about food, the great thing about food in Mexico is that more than often it is fresh, unprocessed, and has never seen a freezer in its life. Now, of course, in Mexico you have all the processed stuff as well. However, the fresh natural food is also very accessible to everyone in society. Take juice stands, for example. They're all over Mexico. Just walk to a busy corner and you can buy yourself a freshly squeezed grapefruit right in front of your eyes, and it's not special. Anyone can get that in Mexico. And I think it's basic knowledge that people definitely feel better, happier with fresh stuff inside them rather than processed rubbish. The last thing I'm going to talk about today is relationships. Now, all the research shows that people are happiest when they have deep and meaningful relationships in their lives. And Mexican people usually value more than anything else the time they spend and the relationships they have with friends and family. And what seems to happen in Mexico is that even if someone is busy with life and for whatever reason isn't able to see the people as much as they can, you know, Mexico has this kind of social safety net, which is no matter what, some friend somewhere will be inviting you or persuading you to go to some quinceañera party or a wedding or a fiesta. The fact is that Mexican life will bring you along for the social ride whether you like it or not. And probably it's going to make you a happier person in the long term. Okay guys, enough of me talking. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please do share it with your amigos and give the video a like. This does help the channel spread. And if this is your first time watching True Mexico, please do subscribe. It'd be great to have you in the True Mexico community. So I'm Paul, this is True Mexico. Hasta luego.